As you can see, your pavement takes a beating, but the elements are no match for SealMaster. SealMaster protects pavement, helps prevent the need for costly repairs or replacement, and enhances curb appeal. SealMaster's nationwide network of professional seal coat applicators will help keep your pavement looking and performing at its best. Trust your pavement to SealMaster. Call 1-800-395-SEAL or visit mypavement.com to find a professional applicator near you.
Welcome, race fans. Great to have you back for the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series, brought to you in part by Green Mountain Grills. Tonight, we bring you the SealMaster 120 from the Irish Hills of southeastern Michigan. We are here live from the virtual Michigan International Speedway tonight. What an exciting round this is. 2 rounds remaining in the season, and man, do we have an action-packed event tonight. I'm Kevin Ford. I'll be bringing you the live coverage tonight, flag to flag, and to my right, the man with 2 first names, Mr. Josh Lee. Josh, great to have you with us. Talk to us a little bit about what we're about to see here tonight, my friend.
Oh, it's going to be one of the most intense races of the season, purely because this is the biggest track we're going to be at this season. 2.5 miles in length, the same as Fontana, the same as Talladega, the same as Daytona, and it races a lot like a restrictor plate track with these trucks out here on the track because of the draft and the amount that they can get runs on each other. We're going to see a lot of drafting, a lot of pack racing going on tonight, and with such a close fight also in the points for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we're going to be going out of this round with a possible champion, and out of this round knowing who are going to be the main contenders going into round 6.
Well, you talk about coming out as a champion, and that's Nate Gardner. I mean, he is really, or Nick Gardner rather, he's literally positioned himself to have that opportunity. So no pressure for him coming into tonight. And here we are at a track quite different from where we came from for round 4, Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, an exciting course. What a race we had there. Unfortunately, it was plagued with a lot of cautions. We're not going to see that tonight. At least we that is our forethought anyway. We don't want to jinx the race, obviously, but I think our cautions are going to be far more reduced this week. Big, wide open space here at Michigan Speedway, one of the widest tracks on the circuit, and certainly the fastest course on the circuit.
And talking about those season standings, we go into tonight with Gardner up 20 points on 2nd place, Eli Childs. So a huge gap in between 1st and 2nd, and a possibility for Gardner to walk out of Michigan with the championship tonight. He's going to need to be at least 37 points above 2nd place if he wants to walk out a champion today. Like I just mentioned, 20 points down. 26 points down from Gardner is Grant Enfinger. 27 down, TJ Majors. 28 down, Anthony Pelican. So only 2 points are going to separate the drivers from 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 1 point separate each of them individually. And looking down the rest of the order, Janzak with a great run last week in Nashville. TJ Majors coming out on top at the last moment, was able to take the win. But Janzak with another great one. And then Fornshell, Harris, Lynch, Potter, 4 names that we have talked about all season long here in the Fall Brawl E-Series. And we're going to keep talking about them in these last 2 rounds as we just try and get it whittled down to the best of the best, and we crown a champion. Could be tonight, definitely will be next weekend when we go to the Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola.
Absolutely, and tonight, well, right now, drivers, I just heard race control. They've let the drivers come back out on track to get a couple minutes of practice here before qualifying starts coming up in just under 4 minutes. So we are getting close to some of the point moments where these drivers have to think about how important qualifying is. Where do they want to sit on the grid? Are they anticipating this being a big draft race tonight? Are they wanting to lay back, get maybe a slower qual time, try to start towards the back of the pack? You never know what kind of strategies are going to play out coming into this event tonight. Speaking of, drivers tonight, the pressure of some of these guys in that 2nd through 6th position as we were looking, just 1 point apart. besides the pressure of trying to make a run at that championship. A lot of factors coming into play tonight here at Michigan International Speedway as we're inside the truck now. Drew Parker out on track, getting some warm-up time there. I'm sure all the trucks are in trim right now as they're getting prepared for qualifying to start here in about 3 minutes. We're going to step away here and get ready for our national anthem, and we want to welcome, of course, Kurt Bricker's recording artist, Mr. Dylan Scott.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
As you can see, your pavement takes a beating, but the elements are no match for SealMaster. SealMaster protects pavement, helps prevent the need for costly repairs or replacement, and enhances curb appeal. SealMaster's nationwide network of professional seal coat applicators will help keep your pavement looking and performing at its best. Trust your pavement to SealMaster. Call 1-800-395-SEAL or visit mypavement.com to find a professional applicator near you.
Let's talk about clouds. How about a cloud of smoke? If you want to add smoke flavor to your food, you can, but you don't have to. Green Mountain's pellet grill is versatile enough to do either one. A whole lot if you want, or a wisp if you wish. Cloudy water? Not with Green Mountain. Clear as crystal. Your best choice for tomorrow's technology and today's food.
Welcome back to the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series here from the Michigan Speedway. Currently wrapping up practice before we head into qualifying. That's qualifying. Will be lone qualifying. 2 laps for each of these trucks out on the course. And you're currently looking at TJ Majors, last week's winner from Nashville, looking to go 3 in a row as he also won Chicago the weekend before. For the last 2 rounds of this series, TJ Majors has been up front and winning at this level. We're going to see if he can do it again, but that points leader, Nick Gardner, 1 position ahead of him here in practice. The lap time is very close, a 39.026 versus that 39.067 that TJ Majors has on the board. Caleb Forsyth, another driver up towards the front in the 76. Being a little loose coming down the back straightaway there. He has a 39.099 for his fastest lap as the checkered flag now flies here on practice, and we get ready to begin in qualifying. Once again, 2 lone qualifying laps. They have a total of 5 minutes to get those qualifying laps completed, and that will be setting the starting grid for tonight's SealMaster 120. 120 miles, 60 laps on the docket for tonight. Fixed setup, so that means all of these trucks are set up the exact same. It'll be down to driver skill and tire wear to determine who is going to be the best of the rest. But each driver will also have 2 quick repairs. They can come down into pit road, get an entirely fresh body, all damage fixed, and then they can get right back out on the racetrack. They only have 2 opportunities to come down pit road and grab a fresh new race truck. Speaking of 2, they also have 2 sets of tires. So that means they can come down into pit road and take 2 sets of 4 tires throughout the race. So for a 60-lap race, we can expect maybe a lap 20 pit and a lap 40 pit, and the final 20-lap stint to the end. They can use any amount of tires within that 2-tire set. We'll see how the pit strategy works out here today as we go down into turn number 1 for the first time here in qualifying. Every truck trying to get those lap times on the board. They want to be fast. They want to be up close to the front. As you're looking at the number 19 machine, driven by Anthony Pelican. Another name that we've been talking about since the start of this series as being one of the best, one of the fastest each time on the racetrack. And you can see him using that classic Daytona Talladega qualifying style of running down as close to the apron as possible, using the apron on the front straightaway. And a 39.729, a great banker lap time for Anthony Pelican, but we know he wants to go faster. He's going to try to do that. Remember, these trucks are single file, lone qualifying. Nobody else on the racetrack for each of these drivers. So that means that the lap times are going to be significantly slower from practice, because in practice they had trucks around them. They were able to use that draft to their advantage to get those fast lap times here. They are not going to have any help from anybody else. It is all down to them. TJ Majors on his first lap. He's going to come off of turn number 2, running that outside line again, talking about the similarities in these trucks to Daytona and Talladega. They are so similar in the way that this track races in these trucks and the way they qualify. For anybody that knows Daytona and Talladega, that first flying lap is always up by the wall on the top of the racetrack. Then that second lap is as close down to the apron as you can get. And there goes TJ Majors. He's going to hop down into the apron. We'll see where his banker lap time is going to go, and it's a fairly slow one compared to the other banker laps, a 41.650. We'll see if he can improve here, going through 1 and 2, using a little bit of that bottom groove. John Fix coming across the line for his second lap. He is not going to improve, a 39.865 at the line. He has a 39.792 for his fastest. More drivers coming across the start-finish line. Points leader Nick Gardner is down in 13th. Eli Child, second place in the points right now, is up in 10th. So already a little bit of a win for Eli Childs, and TJ Majors across the line. Where will his lap time be? Top of the board, a 39.698. What a lap for TJ Majors as he goes on pole once again here in the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series. This time at Michigan, the biggest track we're going to go to. And TJ Majors has proved that he is fast on the intermediates, the short tracks, and now the super speedways. Final trucks coming across the start-finish line. 1 minute of qualifying remains. Now everybody looking to try and beat TJ Majors up in the 22. Across the line, that's Robert Wynn Jr. in the 89, a 39.877. There's the 91 of Kevin Kirchar, a 39.917 last time by. He's going to keep his lap of a 39.868 to qualify in 22nd. Now looking at Russ Kilgore. Across the line, is he going to improve? Yes, he will, up to 23rd from 28th, 39.886. A lot of fast times here in qualifying as the time continues to wind down. A couple of cars deciding not to take time. Actually, everybody has taken time. So everybody has put a time on the board. Only the 2 race director and executive director drivers in quotation marks, I should say. They are not out on the track racing, but they both have not taken a qualifying time as they will not be on the racetrack. There's the checkered flag for qualifying. It is time to get started with the night's race with the starting grid here for the SealMaster 120. TJ Majors on the pole in the 22. Anthony Pelican to his outside. Thomas Hesslink in third. Fourth is Nate Lynch. Trey Jackson will round out the top 5 with Tim Duggar in 6th. George Young 7th. John Fix in 8th. Craig Janzak in 9th, with Drew Parker rounding out your top 10. Eli Childs will start in 11th. Caleb Forsyth in 12th. Brinley Addington in 13th. Nick Gardner in 14th. Robert Wynn will round out your top 15. Kevin Ward 16th. James Carroll 17th. Bobby Grant in 18th. James Santoyo 19th, with Robert Wynn Jr. rounding out your top 20. John Thacker in 21st. Kevin Kirchar 22nd. Russ Kilgore 23rd. Robert Lawrence will round out your top 24. And rounding out your field is going to be James Harris, Sheldon Pearson. All right, rounding out your field will be Sheldon Pearson, Brandon Wallace, and Richard Fornshell. There's your starting grid for the SealMaster 120 here at the Michigan Speedway. You are watching the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series, brought to you in part by Green Mountain Grills, live here on Apex Racing TV. Round number 5 of the series, and the championship is heating up. The current points leader, Nick Gardner, he's coming into tonight with a 20-point lead over second place Eli Childs. But the battle for third is heating up as well, with Enfinger, Majors, and Pelican all within a point of each other. 26, 27, and 28 back from the leader, Nick Gardner. Other storylines we're looking at coming into tonight is the battle in points, like we just mentioned, with Enfinger holding on to third by just 1 point. Everybody else is very, very close up at that top of the leaderboard. Gardner has an opportunity if Childs has a bad night, and so does Enfinger, Majors, and Pelican, and pretty much everybody else behind him. He could walk away with the championship tonight. Now, it is very rare. We are not expecting that to happen, but it is a possibility that we need to look at on the table. So there is a chance that we will walk away with the champion tonight. We'll have to see just exactly what happens as the field rolls off from the pit road. DJ Majors is leading in the field off of pit road for once again. Had a good amount of poles this season and 2 wins on the season as well. He would be leading the points if he did not miss that first week. He missed the first race in Texas. I believe he also missed, he began racing in Richmond. Anthony Pelican was the winner there, but he did miss 1 race out of the beginning of the season, and he has been here ever since, but missing that 1 race really knocked him down in the points, and that led to TJ Majors being down farther in the points than we would really expect from the only driver in the field with 2 wins. He sits 27 points behind the leader. He did choose the outside line for this start. Very interesting choice. We'll have to see how that outside line does as we go green flag racing. Field heading into turn number 3 behind the Ford Mustang iRacing.com pace car. And we are going to go racing here at Michigan. 60 laps on the docket. 120 miles are ahead of these trucks. Last week in Nashville, we had a wreck-filled demolition derby. Will we see the same today? Pace car down into the safety of pit road. 24 trucks ready to be unleashed. Let's go racing. We're green for round 5 from Michigan. Dynamite start from TJ Majors. He's going to grab a big lead out in front. Already 3 car lengths separating him in second place, Anthony Pelican. But Hesslink and Nate Lynch side by side for third. They're going to go battling down into turn 3. Hesslink trying to hold his own on the inside. Lynch outside in the 25. Still side by side looking on. That's Trey Jackson in the 3. With the 19 of Anthony Pelican still in second. Now here comes Hesslink. He got to the inside of Pelican for a moment. Pelican was able to clear him back. Now that 45 falling back on the inside. Nate Lynch with a great run on the outside. First lap done. Majors leads the first lap. Looks like that middle groove, that second groove you can see with the seams, is the fastest one. And that's the one everybody is running right now. Pelican with a good run on TJ Majors. He's going to be within striking distance down into 3. Not going to make a move for the lead just yet, but he's going to use that outside groove. Majors running a little bit down. Oh, and the 90 truck stopped on the back straightaway. That's Richard Fornshell for Blue Badger Motorsports. No caution. He was far enough off of the road that we were able to stay green. He was down on the apron, but here comes the battle for the lead. Pelican outside. He's got help from the 45 S-Link. Majors trying to keep the lead. He's on the inside. Did not have enough room to come up and cover that spot. Pelican is there, and he's going to take the lead away from TJ Majors. Oh my, almost 3 wide for a second. There's Tim Duggar in the 31. Getting frisky right there. Trying to make a move in the middle. Was not able to do it. He had Hesslick to his outside. Now he's going to have Nate Lynch in the 25 to his inside. As he looks on this front battle. You're familiar with the name Tim Duggar, Curb Records recording artist. He's also a NASCAR enthusiast and an Alabama native. Known, of course, for his song, Signs of a Good Time. His last EP, Signs of a Good Time. Has a passion for racing and clearly sim racing as he is up here battling with some of the best in iRacing as Tim Duggar is up to 3rd, but here comes Majors looking to the inside, not able to get anything from Pelican. He's going to stay in 2nd. So Duggar now sitting in 3rd. You're on board with him. Looking at those front 2, Pelican and Majors are acting a lot like this. It's Talladega. Duggar's going to get turned around. He's going to collect the 25 and Nate Lynch. They're spinning in turn 2, and the first caution of the night is out. The first caution on lap 5. Duggar with some slight contact behind. He collected the 25 and Nate Lynch. A couple other trucks look like they might have also gotten damage. See if we can grab that replay. Just going down into turn number 1. Just looked like some contact between Duggar and Lynch behind. Here they go down into turn number 1, and it just looks like Nate Lynch got a little bit too far up the road, tapped the back end of the 31 of Duggar. He collected Nate Lynch in the process as well. Coming up next, we'll have updates from pit road, and we will be going back to racing here from Michigan. You're watching the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these messages.
Braylon Homes is now one of the most trusted names in the home building industry, as well as one of the Southeast's top new construction home builders. Braylon Homes offers affordable single-family and luxury townhomes with exceptional value throughout Alabama and northern Florida. Buying a new home with us is a one-of-a-kind experience, where our homes speak for themselves and our people make the difference. Braylon Homes. Less money, live better.
You can filter a whole factory full of water in about 20 minutes. Our process takes a bit longer. 300 years from source to sip. Naturally pure, beautifully clean. Blue Spring. Draw deep.
Have you been searching high or low for that classic muscle car or hot rod from your youth? Do you need help selling one from your own personal collection? Shelton Classics and Performance is one of the Southeast's most premier classic car and truck dealerships. With over 100 classics in stock at any time, we're here to help you find your dream ride. We can also help you store your dream ride. Stop in and check out our showroom today or visit us online.
As you can see, your pavement takes a beating, but the elements are no match for SealMaster. SealMaster protects pavement, helps prevent the need for costly repairs or replacement, and enhances curb appeal. SealMaster's nationwide network of professional seal coat applicators will help keep your pavement looking and performing at its best. Trust your pavement to SealMaster. Call 1-800-395-SEAL or visit mypavement.com to find a professional applicator near you.
Champion Power Equipment provides the power that makes your life easier for home, work, or play. Portable generators and inverters, home standby generators, winches, log splitters, water pumps, pressure washers, and other outdoor power equipment. Whether you need a reliable source of power, an extra hand, something to get you out of a jam in a moment's notice, or just the right tool to get the job done, the Champion Power Equipment family of products provide power, dependability, and peace of mind.
Welcome back to the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series SealMaster 120 at the Michigan Speedway, brought to you in part by Green Mountain Grills. Currently under our first caution of the day. Came out on lap 5. Contact between the 25 and the 31 sent both of them around in the turn number 2. Good thing nobody else really caught up in that incident. Not a lot of damage for either one of those drivers either. George Young, you can see just those two getting into each other. Everybody else doing an amazing job of avoiding an incident there. Couple cars coming down pit road, the 25, 16, 31, 89, 97, 79, and 8 all came down in pit road, most of them for damage repair, most of them taking 2 tires, except for the 8 of Sheldon Pearson. He took his first 4-tire set that he has. So Anthony Pelican leads. He's going to choose the outside line. So similar to what TJ Majors did at the start of this race and got about a 3-truck length lead out in front. So Pelican choosing that same option. They're going to come back to the green flag. Still a long ways to go. Over 50 laps remaining at the line. There'll be 52 laps to go. Back onto the front straightaway, 2x2, bunching up, and there goes the 19 of Anthony Pelican. We're back underway here at Michigan. 45 of Hesslink gonna follow along. He's gonna take over second away from Majors. Majors gonna move up into line, not fully. He's gonna try and use the inside line to possibly grab some positions, but it's Pelican out in front, followed by Hesslink. And you can see they're running away with the lead right now. Both of them an easy 4 truck lengths up the road. Looking like classic 2011 Daytona 500 out here. A lot of tandem drafting up in the front. Really getting on each other's bumpers. That seems to get those trucks a little bit loose. They don't really want to do that. But they are racing down the front straight, and you can see just how close the 45 of Hesslink is on the bumper at Pelican. He's giving him a little bit of a shove coming down the front straightaway, and there goes Hesslink. It made a look to the inside. Not gonna make the move, and everybody single file up here in the front. Nobody 2x2 while the battle starting to fizzle out as we keep taking a look up here at the front as Pelican has a lot of pressure on out back from Thomas Hesslink, but Hesslink in the 45 content right now with riding in second. A lot of time still left, 50 to go here at the line. The 2x2 further back, that looks to be Eli Childs and Gardner actually battling side by side, the top 2 in the point standings. Hesslink doesn't make a look on Pelican yet. There goes Gardner right on by Eli Childs in the 13. That is what Gardner wants as he leads Childs by 20 points. But here comes Childs trying to make it 3 wide, but he's not going to do it. He doesn't have enough momentum coming off of turn 2. He's going to look up the road to see Gardner going to the outside of Trey Jackson in the 3. Gardner trying to get a 2-for-1 here. Also getting past the 17 of Drew Parker. Can he get by him? He's side by side, getting a little bit of drafting help from Craig Janzak in the 21 up ahead. Going to bring in our producer Marco Barbonera here for a little bit of co-commentary. As unfortunately looks like we lost our main commentator Kevin Ford. We hope we can get his connection reconnected. But Marco, we're watching this race right now, lap number 12. What are you thinking right now as we kind of go further into this green flag run? All these trucks up front still have not come down pit road for tires.
Well, first of all, hello Joshua. Hopefully we can get Kevin back. I'm sure that someone is going to be happy in the chat about this. Not about Kevin not being here, about me being here. Hi Bobby. I mean, classic Michigan madness so far. It's bumper to bumper. Unfortunately, a bit too much of a single file racing, but you know, that's the especially with these newer packages, it's a bit of the recipe around here. But this also means that I mean, it's a coin toss on who's going to win. You need to be well positioned as they go almost rewind into 3 and 4 with S-Link, Majors, and Janzak getting very close for cover. The smallest of mistakes here, you're going to pay a very, very big price. And I'm very shocked that in the previous caution, we didn't have like a 10-car pileup. The drivers were absolutely incredible.
Still watching this battle, we saw that last lap down the back straightaway, everybody getting so close together, not able to really make a move on anybody, and they were just so close. It looked like Majors was on the back bumper. Hesslink wanted to make a move but couldn't get down to the inside, and right now we're just seeing Hesslink following Pelican pretty much as you would at any other restrictor plate track of Daytona and Talladega, just buying time, not making a move there for the lead. Looking a lot like 2011 Daytona with the bump drafting up there in the front, but the 14 of Bobby Grant looking to the outside of the 21 of Janzak. He's going to grab that spot.
So far, we haven't seen, I mean, we didn't have a lot of, you know, this green flag run is not been the longest, of course, but still we don't see a big divide between the first cars and you know, the middle of the pack. Everyone is more or less you know, in the big pack. You see the first gap of any significance is here between 12th and 13th, between Carroll and Forsyth, and they are still very close to each other. So, but again, very tough to create a gap. Maybe when the tires start you know, going a bit on the bad side. But still, not one thing I'm not expecting a lot tonight is cautions. I think that you know, this track is very big, very wide. There is a lot of runoff area on the apron, especially. So we've seen at the beginning of the race, if you spin and go down the apron, there will not be a caution. So having good track position is going to be key, especially because we could have green flag pit stops, Joshua, in my opinion.
Yeah, we could see those green flag stops for tires because we know any tires cannot make it 60 laps, let alone at such a high-pressure racetrack like Michigan is. Right now, those tires seem to be lasting pretty well. Not that much of a lap time fall-off. To give you a little bit of idea of that fall-off, fastest lap time currently on the track is a 38.895 from John Fix, but we'll focus on the leader, Anthony Pelican. A 39.234 is his best lap. And his last lap was a 39.934. We'll see what he runs this time by. 39.980, so even faster than his last time by. So a lot of drivers going into the low 40s now. A couple of them into the high 40s, but those tires aren't wearing quite as quickly as we might have been expecting from a lot of this full throttle action that these trucks have at this track.
You know, I'm seeing Pelican rear end is looking a bit damaged. That is not the end of the world, especially when you're running in a pack, but given that he's the leader, has been the leader for quite a while now, and the damage on the rear end, especially on the spoiler, might be crucial later in the race, because of course with the worse aerodynamic conditions, you tend to consume more fuel, and of course wear your tires a bit more, and being at the first car in the column, we are always at a disadvantage to begin with, so that might be something we have to keep an eye on the 19 track.
Oh, and here comes Majors to the inside of Hesslink. He's got a good run. Side by side, diving into turn 2, gives second place to TJ Majors. Now here he comes to try and battle with Pelican. He's back up to where he was before the caution and on the restart. Here comes Hesslink trying to battle back on the inside. The battle for second starting to heat up as they go down the front straightaway. Hesslink trying to side draft TJ Majors down the front straightaway and into turn 1. Majors using the outside line. Hesslink inside line. And there's the points leader, Nick Gardner. He is up 10 spots from where he originally started back in 14th, and he is now in 3rd, trying to battle for another race win.
I'm expecting a lot from S-Link. He has been very quick all season long, but as there was a pesky logo on the top right-hand side of the screen, sorry. He has been involved in a bit too many mistakes, especially when he was well positioned, so maybe if he can hold his own this time around. I mean, he has the pace, so he's in the top 6, so he just lost a couple of places, but he's still there, so who knows, because I think he has in himself top 5 speed, as now the top 6 as we are seeing here, creating a bit of a gap over Drew Parker, who is a bit running on his own, and then Fix, Janzak and Haddington are rounding up your top 10. They have a little bit of a gap now over 12th place and 13th place with Carroll, Kirkar, Young and Harris himself.
Back up to the front. Majors is right on the back bumper of Pelican. And here comes the 13 as well, Eli Childs. And we've been talking about it all night. The storyline of the points. It's Childs and Gardner right now separated by 20 points in first and second, with Gardner having first, Childs in second. And here comes the 13. He tried to challenge TJ Majors for second, but he was able in that process to get by Gardner in the 88. And here comes Trey Jackson in the 3 now into the picture.
3 pushing guy just slightly, has to lift, so he cannot complete the pass entering the front stretch. This gives the 88 a bit of race fight. And now, still on that inside line, trying I think to get in line is the 3, but that is not going to be possible. And S-Link using a bit of the draft, moving on his outside, as the front 3 are basically occupying 3 lanes, giving draft to everyone.
They're still racing side by side with Hesslink and Gardner. Now Hesslink going to go side by side with Childs, the 45, trying to make a run back up to where he was. He went from second pretty much down to 5th or 6th, and now is trying to rally himself back up to get into second place. And now here comes Majors side by side with Pelican down the front straightaway, but they're 3 wide further back. They were for a second. Now they settle out to 2 wide between Jackson and Gardner, but Majors on the outside trying to take the lead away from the 19 of Pelican. Pelican dives it in. He's going to keep the lead, but Majors going for the switchback.
Again, moving left and right, trying to find the best spot on the track. The 19 getting a big push from the 45, but the 22 now trying to occupy that high line. Someone has been clipping the wall. It's Eli Childs. There's a big wreck, and the championship leader is involved.
The 2 championship leaders are involved. It's Gardner and Childs into the wall. How is this going to shake up the championship points? They have those quick repairs to use, but the track position is going to affect both of them. Oh my goodness. Here's the replay. Childs just trying to get too low there, and he tried to protect the spot from Trey Jackson, but around Childs went, and that just caught up Nick Gardner as well.
Yep, so again, could have been a lot worse, and thankfully for these drivers, they have fast repair, so now Gardner is in 5th and Childs is in 7th. Also, not the worst timing to go and grab a fast repair, because we are already at the halfway point of the race, so I'm expecting a big group of cars making their way to pit road, so not the end of the world, but you know, big warning sign for both of the championship contenders. They will not be always this lucky tonight.
Well, as we take a look at these trucks coming down pit road, we would like to let you know of a contest currently going on here from the Fall Brawl E-Series. And you can head right now to bsmpartners.com/contest, where you can enter to win one of 2 prizes. You can win either a grill from Green Mountains Grill or a 3,500 watt portable generator from Champion Power Equipment. And that power generator is also what each of these drivers are racing for, as the champion will get one of those 3,500 watt portable generators from Champion Power Equipment. So head over there right now, bsmpartners.com/contest. We'll see the race off pit road, and it's going to be TJ Majors in the 22 coming out in front. Pelican will come out in second. Hesslink, Jackson, Pelican, Jackson, then Hesslink. Your top 5 coming off of pit road. And we're going to take a short break before we come back to racing, but don't go anywhere because after these messages, we'll be back green and halfway through with the SealMaster 120 here from Michigan. Don't go anywhere.
Have you been searching high or low for that classic muscle car or hot rod from your youth? Do you need help selling one from your own personal collection? Shelton Classics and Performance is one of the Southeast's most premier classic car and truck dealerships. With over 100 classics in stock at any time, we're here to help you find your dream ride. We can also help you store your dream ride. Stop in and check out our showroom today or visit us online.
Champion Power Equipment provides the power that makes your life easier for home, work, or play. Portable generators and inverters, home standby generators, winches, log splitters, water pumps, pressure washers, and other outdoor power equipment. Whether you need a reliable source of power, an extra hand, something to get you out of a jam in a moment's notice, or just the right tool to get the job done, the Champion Power Equipment family of products provide power, dependability, and peace of mind.
As you can see, your pavement takes a beating, but the elements are no match for SealMaster. SealMaster protects pavement, helps prevent the need for costly repairs or replacement, and enhances curb appeal. SealMaster's nationwide network of professional seal coat applicators will help keep your pavement looking and performing at its best. Trust your pavement to SealMaster. Call 1-800-395-SEAL or visit mypavement.com to find a professional applicator near you.
We breed the best of the best and want our farm looking its best. The Farm Paint Store makes it easy. They've got everything: fence paint, barn paint, even dustless footing for our arena. Oh yeah, customer service is important too, and Farm Paint delivers. This is our home. We plan on protecting it for future generations. All it takes is Farm Paint.
The 10 most common words used to describe food you'll cook on your Green Mountain Grill: delicious, delectable, savory, scrumptious, gourmet, flavorful, tasty, mouth-watering, appetizing, unforgettable. And the one word they'll use to describe you? Grill Master.
And back to racing here at Michigan Speedway. We just got the green flag coming off the last caution, Josh. Down into turns 1 and 2, the 22. Taking that early lead here on this restart. TJ Majors coming out onto the backstretch.
Majors back out front after losing the lead for most of that last stint from Anthony Pelican in a run late. Now he's got those fresh forward Goodyear tires back on. Will we see a resurgence from Pelican as he is going to try and pinch the 17 down to the apron?
Oh, what a tight squeeze that was. We've got the 45 right up top there of the 19. Oh, he almost got caught up into the wall there. He tucks right in behind Anthony Pelican. Coming across the line now. We've got the 3 truck making a run now.
There are 3 wide going down to 1. Gardner outside, the middle, the 21 of Janzak, and the 17 of Drew Parker on the inside. Going to be the one to let off the gas first. But side by side for the lead, that's Pelican and Majors.
Thomas Hesselink giving Pelican that push down the back straightaway there. TJ Majors out on the lead. That 3 truck to the top. Now 3 wide, the 21 down on the bottom.
Janzak trying to make a move, get back to the lead. He led most of the race in Nashville, but got passed late by Majors to finish the race, and he finished in second. We know he wants redemption here in Michigan. Can he get it? And in Pelican's down the apron.
He saves it, brings it back up onto the apron there. The other drivers were smart, moved up a couple lanes there to give him room to get back up onto the track. Oh,
Jackson
man, the
in
16.
the wall, the 3. Oh,
here we go, the 21 up on
the
2
21.
wheels.
Oh, Jackson involved, the 44 of James Harris, and Gardner is involved in his second wreck of the day. The points leader taking his second quick repair.
This is going to be a incredible pressure point for that 88 here tonight. Oh my gosh. Both quick repairs getting used up early here this evening at Michigan Speedway. That is going to be a tough situation for our championship leader here. We see TJ Majors bringing the field down to safety car speed here. We'll pick up that safety car on the backstretch. Race control letting the drivers know in my left ear here. The pace car is down halfway down the backstretch. Here we look at the replay. Oh, just so unfortunate. So many trucks involved.
Definitely the biggest wreck we have seen today. It comes only a couple laps after that restart from the second caution. There's another replay. Just contact, just running out of room, running out of real estate up at the top of the racetrack, and around they went. Oh, Tim Duggar went for a spin as well. Not a lot of damage to that 31, but that's also his second wreck of the day.
Yeah, great to have Tim Duggar out here with us, country music singer and songwriter. Did a great job at our last race there, round 4 at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Found himself up there at the front, really, at the end of that event, and having a great showing tonight. Unfortunately, getting caught up in this event here. We'll see how it plays out for him in regards to his quick repairs. But I'll tell you, the big thing here, Josh, is that exit off of 2. It's just so difficult to keep that truck off of that wall. It wants to just travel right out there to the edge. And when you've got trucks underneath of you, you're losing some of that air and that downforce. And guess what? Concrete is there waiting on you.
It is so difficult to go fast coming off of turn 2 because you need that momentum to slingshot you down the back straightaway. And if you're running with trucks around you, you want to go full throttle. You want to pin it right to the metal. But with the way this track is and the way the trucks are, full throttle pretty much takes you right up to the wall about halfway through turn 2, and you have to turn to get it off of the wall going down the back straightaway. And when there's trucks around you, you can't run the line you want to run pretty much all the time. So you're going to need to let off of that gas, but again, you don't want to let off the gas because of the momentum. It's a catch-22 that just bites these drivers every time they're going through turn 2 side by side, or God forbid 3 wide that time.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where they're really stretching it here. The track is so wide, it's very easy to use up those lanes. You get a run on the driver in front of you, you're going to take the opportunity. You're going to see if you can make that happen going down into 3, and 3 is going to be a troublesome spot as well. A lot of undulation going down into turn 3 here. It certainly can upset the truck. Coming out of 4, you've got a little more travel space there coming up to the wall. A lot of the drivers are able to keep that truck tucked down a little bit tighter, but 2, that is the tricky one here at Michigan Speedway. It always has been. We've seen it happen in the real series out there. Drivers collecting that back end, man. I call it tap dancing with turn 2 here when I come to Michigan.
Yeah, it's just, this track is so deceptively difficult. Like Fontana, they're so similar in that they're also, they're the same shape, 2 mile, 2.5 mile ovals, but with this track and Fontana, you kind of look at it and you can go full throttle the entire way around, so you kind of are like, oh, it's a pretty easy track, just, hold the gas down and turn left. But once you get other trucks on the track, and once you kind of put everything together, it really becomes a game of keeping up your speed and keeping up the momentum that you have. And when you're running around other trucks, say like what we've seen with the bump drafting, you have another truck right on your nose. It is so difficult to keep that momentum because you basically need to be pinned to the floor at every chance possible. When you're running right around trucks or running right behind trucks, you're not going to be able to do that, and that is going to slow you down, not just for one lap, not just for one corner, but for a couple of laps as you regain that momentum. We're getting ready to go back to racing once again as Majors chooses the outside line. Childs on the inside, 20 points behind the points leader, Nick Gardner. And oh, by the way, Nick Gardner is now down in 19th. We'll see. I believe right now, as the points sit, there is a possibility for Childs to be taking the points lead as they run right now. But we're back to racing as Majors with another great start on the outside line. Childs going to fall into the line. The 17 of Drew Parker also back there in 3rd. Nate Lynch sitting in 4th. And here comes the 9 of John Fix. A lot of new faces up here at the front. Thacker and Kilgore up 15 and 16 spots respectively. They're in 6th and 7th. That wreck really causing a lot of new faces to come up here, Marco. Oh, side by side, Majors and Childs going for the lead. Childs on the inside, Majors outside. We've seen how strong that 22 is up there on the outside line. Childs on the inside. They're still side by side. Major's going to take the lead. They're going to keep the lead that time by coming across the start-finish line. But that 13 not letting it go. He is battling on the inside, trying to keep that position. And Major's going to take it coming off turn 2. And the 17 of Drew Parker now going to take over second.
Sorry, Lee. Joshua, I thought didn't notice that we lost Kevin again. So when you called me, I thought you had a lapsus, you know. So yeah,
It's all
sorry.
good, Marco.
Okay, so we're back. Hopefully we get Kevin back, Joshua. But you know, yeah. Look at the lap counter already with 25 to go. This was always going to be a quick one, but this is going past extremely fast. And yeah, we are now on the backstretch with Majors, Parker, Lynch, Childs, and Duggar. As in the back, you can see they are moving left and right 3 wide here. As our championship leader, you can see Nick Gardner making moves, trying to get back to the front.
I do want to say really quickly, Kevin is having some issues with his power, so nothing he is in control of. We hope he can get it fixed so he can be here for the end of the race. But we go back up to the front with Majors and Parker now in second. Nate Lynch now finding himself in third in the 25. He started in fourth, up 1 position from where he originally started. Russ Kilgore coming down the pit road. I believe that is probably for damage repair. As the 91 now going to go down to the inside. He's going to be giving a huge shove to the 94. The 91 of Kirchard, 94 of Brindley Addington, and Caleb Forsyth in the 76. Going to lose out on 2 positions there as the 9 now of John Fix. Going to go, all the way up to the wall. Almost makes contact with it up there.
I thought he was going to be hitting that wall. Great car control there, but great risk also. And once again, great run there on the inside from the 94 of Addington. As he now tries to move up, gets there, installs himself into 5th position. And once again, mostly single file, but how long is it going to last, Joshua? Because, yeah, it's very enticing, you know, to try and go for a run when you have such massive draft from cars and trucks in front of you.
There's only really one place that these drivers are allowing them to go, and that is all the way down to the inside. You can't really make a pass on the outside here unless you have a really good run, but that inside line, specifically really down where you see Eli Childs running, that is a little bit of a different banking from the rest of the track, which means running all the way down there is going to burn up those tires quicker than if you run further up the track. So as we still have 22 laps to go, if we go green to the end, we're really going to see the sort of spectrum of who used up their tires early and who saved them. And I believe, and I'm just saying, the master of tire wear and going fast is TJ Majors as he continues to lead the way. He is so good at keeping those tires under temperature, keeping them how they need to be, and still running up front. That just goes to show how much of an advocate he's been for iRacing and how much he really spends on the sim practicing. And it's great to see him show off here. Of course, a spotter for Joey Logano in the NASCAR Cup Series. Former spotter as well for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's also a spotter for Ben Rhodes here in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, now as it is newly known. And here comes the 94. Look at Brindley Addington. I want to talk about him for 1 second because he is another singer-songwriter like Tim Duggar. Changing My Mind, his most recent single. He also wrote Tyler Farr's latest single, I Should Go to Church. And he's also opened for popular country music artists like Florida Georgia Line, Thomas Rhett, John Hardy, and Chris Young. Great to see another huge name jumping into the sim. And that is such the great thing about iRacing, Marco, is anybody can grab a wheel, load up the game, and go racing against some of the best.
Absolutely fantastic. Such a diverse field, you know. Real-life drivers, real-life spotters, musicians, you know, everyday people like me and you. It's the beauty of sim racing, especially in a sport where you know, it's very costly, especially the higher you go. sim racing, you know, it can have a decently high entry fee, but you know, for the hardware. Ooh, as they go pretty wide there. But you know, once you get your oh dear, here we go. Once again, our
There's the
championship
contact,
leader.
they save it.
Great save by the 19, I think that was.
That was a 9 of John Fix.
The 9,
we had
sorry,
contact with the contact with the 88.
With the
of Nick
88,
Gardner.
yeah. Yep.
Now I want to talk about Gardner for a second because he is marching his way up through the field. He started, I believe, back in 19th on the restart. He is now up to 9th on this run. So what a great drive from Nick Gardner right now as he is fighting to try and keep that points lead. Right now, he does still have the points lead as the live points go, but he needs to make sure those tires can hold on until we get another caution or until the checkered flag. And here comes that caution, the 17 around, the 94. Addington's around on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Oh, Duggar's involved.
Yep.
More wrecking in the grass.
Ooh.
Oh, the 41 with damage. The 48 also getting involved. There was one more all the way down there on the apron. I'm not exactly sure who it was.
My. Big wreck.
Yeah.
Another big wreck.
Well, that was the 41 machine all the way down there on the bottom. Another huge wreck here at Michigan. 17 laps to go. The last caution that we had with everybody pitting was lap 25. We'll give you full updates from pit road, who took tires, who didn't, when we come back from these messages. You're watching the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series SealMaster 120. Do not go anywhere.
The 10 most common words used to describe food you'll cook on your Green Mountain Grill. Delicious, delectable, savory, scrumptious, gourmet, flavorful, tasty, mouth-watering, appetizing, unforgettable. And the one word they'll use to describe you? Grill Master.
As you can see, your pavement takes a beating, but the elements are no match for SealMaster. SealMaster protects pavement, helps prevent the need for costly repairs or replacement, and enhances curb appeal. SealMaster's nationwide network of professional seal coat applicators will help keep your pavement looking and performing at its best. Trust your pavement to SealMaster. Call 1-800-395-SEAL or visit mypavement.com to find a professional applicator near you.
I still miss Earnhardt. I like a cold beer now and then. I'm all about my mama. I take a bullet for a friend. You one of them girls that ain't trying to meet nobody. You're just here for the party. If I'm wrong, then stop me. You one of them girls that ain't handing out your number. You like to make us want.
My name is Grant Enfinger.
I'm Shane Lomberger.
Meu nome é Kaique Pacheco.
Casey Curry.
Jason Lentz. I'm a professional lumberjack.
I'm a professional bass angler.
I'm a professional off-road racer and a Champion Power Equipment.
A Champion Power Equipment.
And the Champion Power Equipment sponsored athlete. We use a Champion generator down on pit road to get our truck started every single race.
When we get out of the water, we got to make sure our boat stays in good shape. So we crank up a Champion pressure washer and hose it down to keep it clean.
Because when you're in the middle of the desert, it's good to have a reliable source of power.
E quando eu preciso de uma fonte confiável de energia.
And when I want the job done right, I don't look any further than Champion Power Equipment.
At work, at home, or at play, it's a name I can count on.
Stoked to partner with Champion Power Equipment.
I'm thrilled to be partners with Champion Power Equipment.
I'm excited to partner with Champion Power Equipment for the upcoming season and see you at the next race.
Welcome back to the Champion Power Equipment Fall Brawl E-Series, brought to you in part by Green Mountain Grills, the SealMaster 120 from Michigan Speedway. Here deep in the Irish hills of southeastern Michigan. Under caution once again, and interesting up front with the pit road as Janzak, Lawrence, and Fornshell all staying out. That is your top three. Back from there, it is all drivers who came down and took their second set of tires. Majors, Childs, Parker, Thacker, and Pelican your top 5 coming off of pit road. So everybody from Majors down has taken both of their tire sets. They cannot change tires at all in the remainder of this race. As we continue with 15 laps to go right now behind the pace car, it'll be 14 to go this time by. Janzak choosing the outside line, a very popular line for these drivers to be choosing up front. And what a run for Fornshell. He got down on the apron, blew the motor, completely crashed out, and had to tow back to the pits over, I believe, on lap 4 or 3 or very early in the race. And he has been able to bounce back, running in 3rd now. A great run from Fornshell as we go back to racing. Pace car going down into the pit road once again. Janzak in control of the field, and he is out and away. We're back racing here at Michigan. Majors in that 2nd position on the outside line, trying to get a good run as the 34 of Robert Lorentz on the inside. They go side by side for 2nd, but Janzak trying to run away with the lead.
Fornshell trying to poke his nose in the fight for the top 2, but they seem to have a better run. Of course, now they will compress on the backstretch as the draft comes into play.
Major's going to take over 2nd. He has that 34. He had a nose out in front of him, not able to clear him just yet. The 34 keeps that battle going for 2nd. They're 2 by 2 most of the way back. And here comes Majors trying to make a run on Janzak on the front straightaway.
Oh, car on the apron there, 3 wide behind the leaders as they had only 13 laps to go, Joshua. Oh,
that was the 45 of Hessling, the 13 of Childs, getting the 34 loose. They now go 3 wide for 3rd. Childs in the middle on the inside. That was the 17 of Drew Parker. They're going to fall
4
back
wide.
now. 4 wide. Hessling, Pelican, the 90 all the way up on the top line. The 17 of Parker also in there. They're going to go 3 wide once again, down into 3.
This is madness. Oh, they almost come to blows there. They come to blows.
Oh, they do. Pelican running up the 90
Oh,
of
here we go.
Fornshell, and they make contact in the back. That's John Fix in the 9, around on the apron. The 76 involved in pit road. He's going to get stuck on the pit wall.
We stay green.
That was a very interesting spot for that wreck to happen as the 76 spun into pit road, came back and got up on the pit wall. One of the more interesting crashes I've seen, especially here at Michigan, but they're still side by side for 2nd. Here comes Childs trying to make a run on Janzak for 2nd as Majors keeps the lead. There goes Childs into 2nd. Nick Gardner, the points leader, down in 24th right now. He is running on the track. I believe he might have gotten damage in that last wreck. And now Gardner's running all the way down in 24th. So as they sit right now, that means that Eli Childs will be taking the points lead if he finishes where he does. And I believe if he finishes, as far down as 5th, he is going to have a chance at that points lead. He needs to make up 20 points. And where he is right now, he will be making up 20 points. It will be 5 to the clear of Nick Gardner. If Gardner stays in 23rd, and if Childs stays in 2nd, obviously a win is going to grant him 3 more bonus points than where he is right now. 34 points for 2nd, 37 for a win. So he's trying to get up to the front, but here comes the 17 of Parker now behind him. Majors continues to lead. Hessling takes over 2nd.
Hessling was leaving dangerously previous lap coming out of 4. He had half of his track below the yellow line coming out of turn 4. That was super risky. And now exiting out of 2. Childs had a little bit of a wiggle, losing a lot of momentum, and 3rd place to Parker. As every time they come out of 4, it's like they like compress as they go side by side for the race lead once again.
Hessling trying to make another run at Majors. 9 laps to go. Now inside of 10 to go. Oh, you can see Majors getting so close down there, and he wants Hessling to run all the way down there. Those trucks get so loose running that bottom groove all the way down by the apron. Hessling was able to hold on to it, and now Child's going to try and run right behind him, giving him a shove down into turn number 3. Hessling going to look for the lead again.
Again, getting very close to that apron that is going to destroy your tires, but with 9 laps to go, at this point, you are really going for it, and once again, Majors will lead this lap by an inch as we are at 8 to go, and once again they will compress coming out of 2. Every time they come out of 2, come out of 4, it's a wreck waiting to happen, unfortunately.
Now look like 2/100ths of a second, the gap at the line between Majors and Hesslink. Now Drew Parker going to assume second place. Here comes the 19 of Anthony Pelican. He's led a good amount of laps today. Will he be able to get past Majors for the lead? Pelican now going to be having pressure from Hesslink as he continues to run the inside line. Now it's a 2-horse fight up at the front between Majors and Parker. Will anybody else be able to come back? The 91 is back in the picture. That's Kevin Kirchar, as well as the 94.
Oh, here we go.
Addington, and there's contact. Hesslink around. The 91, the 94. They all go spinning down to the apron.
Oh, and they crash again. Oh, massive wreck, and another car gets involved. It's the 1/112 of Kevin Ward, unfortunately, and he blows his engine. Unlucky.
Man, what a development here in this race. They will go restart again. Here's the replay. Hesslink moved down to the inside, and you can see he just tried to react too late to the move from the 91. And that ended up collecting the 94 to Brindley Addington as well.
And then he gets collected again by the 91, and the 91 moves up into the track, and unfortunately straight into the path of the 1/112 of Kevin Ward. Let's check the replay once again from Kevin's perspective. If we can find it, which is, yeah, there we go.
You can see he's just trying to run his own race. He's running fairly down the order, and you can see he sees the smoke up ahead, lets off the gas. And they're all down in the apron. There's Addington, and nowhere to go as the 91 just got a little loose coming onto the apron. Went right back into the 45 of Hesslink.
So unfortunately another race, another wreck for Thomas Hesslink. Again, when he was in a position to fight for a possible race win. 6 laps to go, so even if you can, and they will go and grab the fast repair, of course, it will make them start way at the back of the pack, because I'm expecting that these front runners will not go through pit road, Joshua. There is really no advantage in pitting right now unless you are out of fuel or damaged. So those who can stay out will stay out, keep the track position, because we have seen that it's anybody's game. Every time they come out of 2, come out of 4, they compress, they spread out, and making the right move towards the end of the race may be the difference between winning